I promised you 5 strong ways. And here's something most people completely miss at the very start. When the mind runs wild, they attack the thoughts. I don't. I take the reins before the horses bolt, body first, breath first, and the mind follows. What I'm about to share might seem simple to the point of small, but it changes everything under stress. Picture 2 mornings with the same person and the same clock. In one, they wake, slump, grab the phone, and let the storm choose the day. In the other, they sit up, plant the feet, lift the chest, soften the jaw, and take 2 slow turns of breath. Both mornings look ordinary from the door, but only one puts a steady hand on the reins. Only one lights a lamp in a windless place. The difference? They understand this rule. Calm the nerves and the mind obeys. Why does it matter right now? Because getting this wrong means you'll spend hours wrestling thoughts that only grow louder, and you'll end the day tired and thin. Get this right, and in 60 seconds you'll feel taller, clearer, ready to act, as if the road that was fog a moment ago just opened under your feet. So here's what I do. Plain, exact, repeatable on the hardest days. Lift your chest a little with me. I take an upright seat. Feet down flat like roots, knees easy, chest up like a banner, shoulders relaxed down the back, jaw soft, as if I were about to smile at someone I respect. I don't force a pose. I allow a stance. Then I set the wind. 2 rounds through the nose, 4 in divided by 6 out. I count lightly inside. 1, 2, 3, 4, and out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Smooth. No gasp at the top, no collapse at the end. A tide. At the end of the second exhale, I name the feel, just one word. Here. And I let the shoulders drop the last ½ inch. If the body still hums, I add 1 gentle stretch, neck slow one side, then the other, or I. Stand for a brisk walk to the door, and back, 2 minutes, exact, no strain. This is not a workout, this is reins. The horses don't argue when the hands are steady. Let me show you the why, what, how, so your body learns it now. Why? If you begin the day with a bent spine and a shallow breath, you've told the mind, the world is a storm. It will obey and give you storm. You'll scroll, you'll stall. You'll call it thinking, and it will be worry. But if you begin with a straight body and slow breath, you've told the mind, the world is firm. It will obey and give you firm. Decisions get simple. Fear gets small. The first task gets done. What? The pattern is 3 moves. Posture cues the mind. Breath calms the system. Naming anchors attention. That's it. Body straight, breath slow. Say here. How? Do it with me now. Soft, steady, feet down, chest up, jaw soft. Inhale, 4 through the nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, 4. In. 6 out. Now say, here. And let the shoulders settle. Notice the small quiet under your ribs. That's your rein hand. Keep it. A quick story you can wear by noon. I walked into a tense room last winter, bright lights, fast voices, and a clock that looked like it wanted to run me. My head started to race. So I didn't argue with thoughts. I fixed the body. I planted my feet, lifted the chest, softened the jaw, took 2 turns of 4/6 like a charioteer gathering the reins, and said inside, here. In 20 seconds, the storm lost its edge. I began with 1 clean line, and the room slowed to meet it. Not because I am special, because form is stronger than mood. You might be thinking, but I wake up late. Good then, take 30 seconds of this at the sink. I can't sit cross-legged. Good, you don't need to. A chair is a throne if your chest is high. I forget. Then put here on your phone lock screen and let the word greet you before the world does. Beat. Would you keep watching now? Yes, because the wind is low and the lamp is steady, and a steady lamp needs a target. I am going to point the flame at one spot so attention gathers without strain. We'll carry a single word on the breath and watch the mind come to heel. One word, one point starts now. The wind is low, the lamp is steady, so I point the flame at one spot, and here's something most people completely miss when they try to focus and end up wrestling thoughts for minutes that feel like hours. The mind won't empty on command, but it will gather when I give it one clear point to hold. What I am about to share might seem almost too small to matter, yet it turns a noisy head into a usable tool in under 60 seconds. Picture 2 mornings with the same work and the same weight. One person tries to think of nothing and grows tired and cross. The other person picks one word, rides it on the breath, and lets attention settle like dust in a quiet room. The difference? They understand this. What I hold holds me scattered light, only warms. But a lens makes even a pale sun burn. That's why this matters right now. Because getting it wrong means you'll scatter power all day and call it being busy. But getting it right means you'll gather power in a minute and call it being ready. And ready is all you need to start. So the what is simple and human, and you can do it with me now. I choose one lifting word: peace if I am agitated, courage if I am shy, truth if I am foggy. And I let it ride on the exhale. I don't chant hard. I don't push. I just let the word sit at the end of the breath like a small bell. One breath in through the nose, light and easy. Then on the way out, I place the word peace or courage or truth, soft, warm, low. I do this for 1 minute, and when my mind runs off, it will. I do not scold it, I return. That return is not failure. The return is the rep. Every return builds the muscle that brings me back next time. I make it easy to remember by setting my phone lock screen to the word I've chosen for this week. So the first thing I see isn't noise but the cue. One word on the breath, 1 minute of honest holding, and attention gathers without a fight. Now the how, why, what, how inside the move so it holds under pressure. Why? If my attention is spread across 10 small fears and 3 half plans, my mind will feel heavy and weak, and I'll mistake noise for thought. When I give it 1 point, I teach it to obey, and obedience is freedom. What? Pick the word that answers the day's worst habit. Fear gets courage, restlessness gets peace, fog gets truth, and place it only on the exhale so the body stays calm and the tone stays low. How? Sit the stance we built. Feet down, chest up, jaw soft. Inhale gently, 4. Exhale, 6. And as the breath leaves, let the word arrive at the lips without strain, like setting a cup on a table. Count 5 slow breaths like this, then say here, and notice the leg grow still. If the mind jumps away on breath 2, you smile inside and come back on breath 3. That smile is part of the training. Harshness scatters, kindness gathers. 1 minute is enough to begin. 2 minutes is a blessing, 5 is a feast. I keep it small, so I keep it daily. Let me give you a small story you can wear before lunch. I had a call that used to spook me. Too many eyes and numbers, and a clock that liked to rush my mouth. I stopped bargaining with fear, and I started breath plus word. 2 rounds, 4 in divided by 6 out. Then, courage on the exhale for 1 minute. Eyes soft on a single point of the desk. By the 3rd breath, my chest had dropped. By the 5th, my voice had weight, and the first sentence came out clean. Nothing around me changed, but my 1 point changed me. That's what we're after. Control you can carry into noise. You might be thinking, What if the word feels silly? Good, pick truth and test it. What if I forget mid-breath? Good, the return is the rep. Do I have to say it out loud? No, on most days, it lives in your chest and throat like a hum only you can hear. If you need a deeper anchor, touch thumb to index lightly as you exhale the word. Body plus word makes the hold stronger. Would you keep watching now? Yes, because your attention is gathering, and you can feel the mind begin to obey. And once it obeys a word, we're ready for the next leap. We'll test the thought that shouts loudest, find out if it's a rope or a snake, and act on the fact only picture cleared first, then motion. We go there next. Focus is set, and the mind has a point. So now I face the loudest voice in the head, and here's something most people completely miss when worry swells and thoughts multiply. Fear is often a picture, not a fact. The picture looks real because the room inside your skull has bad lighting. And in bad light, a rope looks like a snake. What I'm about to give you is the small lamp I carry in my pocket. And it changes everything fast because it stops the fight with shadows and puts your hand on what's true. Imagine two workers with the same deadline. One sits and spins stories about failure and judgment and what will happen next month if today goes wrong. The other pauses, lifts the lamp, and checks the floor, rope or snake, then touches the one real task for half a minute. Same desk, same hour, different lives. The difference? The second person understands this. I act on facts, not pictures, and pictures fade in light. Why does this matter right now? Because getting this wrong means hours lost to loops, scrolling to numb the noise, small tasks growing teeth, and a heavy chest by noon. Getting it right means your breath stays low, your hands start moving, and the fear that felt like a wall turns into a line you can step over. So here's the move, plain and human, the why, what, how you can use today in 1 minute. Why? The mind is a fine painter when the lights are dim. It fills the blank with worst-case colors and a liter, calls it thinking. And if you chase that painting with more paint, it only gets darker. Facts, on the other hand, are short and cool. And when you speak a fact, the picture loses heat. What? I run a 3-step test I call rope or snake. First I ask, what's real in the room right now? Not tomorrow, not next week, now. Second, I speak one line of reality out loud. My task is, and I fill the blank with a tiny touchable inch. Third, I touch the task for 30-60 seconds without judging quality, only contact. If the picture returns, I bring the lamp close again, same 3 steps, same calm voice, until the edge goes dull. How? Do it with me now. Pick the one shout in your head, the one that says, what if they hate it? What if I fail? What if I'm not ready? And raise the lamp. What's real in the room? You, a chair, a screen, one file, one phone, one body breathing, say one line. My task is to write the first sentence, or my task is to open the document, or my task is to wash the dish in my hand, then touch it, open the doc, put the cursor on the page, type one sentence, set a soft count to 30 in your head. When the count ends, check the floor again. You'll feel the picture shrink because your hands brought light where your head brought fog. A small story so you can wear this by noon. I had a letter to send that carried weight, and my mind painted every way it could go wrong. The picture got teeth, and I felt smaller in my own chest. I stopped the movie, lifted the lamp. What's real in the room right now? Me, the draft, the clock. My task is to write the first line. I touched the task for 45 seconds, and the fear fell aside. I ran the loop twice more. What's real? I have the name and the point. My task is to write the closing line. Another 45 seconds. By the third pass, the picture had nowhere to hang, and the letter went out. Not because I got brave, because I got real. You might push back. What if the fact is harsh? The bill is due. The exam is close. Good facts can be sharp, but they don't lie. They don't multiply like pictures. They give you a step. What if the picture keeps coming back? It will. Pictures are habits. That's why you keep the lamp close. Every return is a rep. What if I freeze? Then cut the inch in half, open the dock, type the date, write 3 words. If the inch still feels big, split again. You're not lowering your aim. You're raising your contact with reality. And contact is the cure. Would you keep watching now? Yes, because the floor under you feels firmer and the room looks brighter. And once the picture is cleared, the next move is simple. Don't give the mind time to repaint. Count down and move in 5 seconds. Take the first inch and let it rule the hour. That's where we go next. Picture cleared, lamp close, floor real. Now I don't give the mind time to repaint the wall. And here's something most people completely miss when they try to feel ready before they start. Feelings follow movement, not the other way around. I don't wait for courage. I create it. And the way I create it is small, exact, and fast. Imagine 2 people with the same task and the same clock. One waits for a better mood and watches the hour leak. The other names 1 inch, counts down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and touches the task before noise returns. Same room, different fate. The difference? They know this truth I live by. The first inch rules the hour. Why does this matter right now? Because if I miss this window, I fall back into loops, open a tab, check a feed, promise in 5 minutes, and the day turns heavy. But if I take the inch in 5 seconds, the body flips a hidden switch, the mind falls in line, and momentum does the carrying. Get it wrong and you haul the rock alone. Get it right and the hill starts helping you. So here's the what. Plain and human. No drama, just form. I speak. 1 clear line out loud. Here's the next inch. I fill the blank with the smallest move that touches the real task. Open the dock, type the title, wash the dish in my hand, lace the shoe, dial the number. Then I count down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No speeches, no bargains, just a clean drop into motion. The second I move, I've won the hard part. Then I run 3 60-second starts back to back. 1 honest minute on the inch. Short breath through the nose. 2 beats of stillness. Another honest minute. Another 2 beats. 1 more honest minute. 3 minutes total and I'm warm. If the inch still feels big, I split it again, title only, first sentence only, first fork only. I'm not lowering my aim. I'm building contact with reality. And contact is what breaks the spell. Now the how, why, what, how inside the move so it holds when the clock is loud. Why? The brain rebuilds noise in about a breath or 2. If I wait, it paints the old picture and sells it a sense. If I move inside 5 seconds, I slip under the fence before the guard wakes. And once I'm through, the guard works for me. What? Decide the inch that touches the task, not a side errand, and say it out loud so the mouth pulls the body. How? Do it with me right now. No props, pick 1 task that's been staring at you. Soft, certain say. Here's the next inch. Open the file. Now count with me 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and open it good. Set a quiet count to 60 inches your head and work just that inch. When 60 hits, pause 2 beats, take 1 easy nose breath and run another 60. 1 more. You've just built 3 honest bricks in under 4 minutes. And your mood is different because motion changed it. A small story you can wear before lunch. I had a note to write that felt bigger than it was. Every time I sat down, the mind threw a picture, so I stopped arguing and ran the form. Here's the next inch. Write the subject line. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Subject. Done. First 60, I typed the opening sentence. Second 60, I listed 3 bullets. Third 60, I cleaned endings and pressed send. 9 minutes total, including breath. And the fear that felt like a wall turned into a line I had already crossed. Another day, it was the mat that scared me. I told myself I'd work out later, and I heard the lie. Here's the next inch. Put on shoes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shoes on. 1 minute of easy steps. 1 minute of slow squats. 1 minute of push-ups against the counter. Heat arrived, mind obeyed, later became now. Objections? But what if I still don't feel like it? Good, do it anyway. The countdown is there for the days you don't feel like it. What if I pick the wrong inch? Then pick smaller. Wrong inches are usually too big. What if someone interrupts me? Start again. 5 seconds costs less than 5 excuses. I keep the energy sharp with a few pattern breaks that reset the head. I change posture before I count, feet down, chest up, jaw soft, so the body announces a new state. I move the object closer, book on the keyboard, shoes by the door. So the first inch is literally under my hand. I ask one quick question, strong or drain? And let the body answer. If the inch is drain dressed as duty, I swap it for a strong twin that still touches the work. Finish one, mood follows action, craft first, crowd later. That's powerful enough on its own, but combine it with what I'm about to show you next, and you'll understand why some days feel like clean air while others feel like mud. Because once motion starts, you must guard the gate and keep only what makes you taller. Would you keep watching now? Yes, because you can feel the pull of forward and you don't want to waste it. Motion is here now. I keep only what makes me taller. I'll show you the door test, the fast way to sort thoughts into strong or drain, to protect your first 30 minutes, and to swap weak lines for strong twins so the hour holds. Motion is here and the wheel is turning, so now I guard the gate. And here's something most people completely miss when they finally start moving and then somehow lose the day by lunch. The battle is not only to begin, the battle is to select. Because every hour is a door and thoughts line up like guests. And if I let every guest walk in, the house gets loud and I forget why I came. I don't let everyone in. I stand at the door and ask one fast question that decides the fate of the hour, strong or drain. And I trust my body to answer because the body knows before the mind explains. Tall means strong, small means drain. Picture two makers with the same task and the same time. One keeps glancing at numbers and news and messages and tiny alarms that feel like duty but eat the day. The other protects the first 30 minutes like a baker at dawn, craft first. Crowd later kneads the dough in quiet, sets the heat, and only then opens the door. By noon, the first one has noise and hunger. The second one has bread and calm. The difference? They understand that selection is strength, and strength is a series of small doors well kept. Why does this matter right now? Because if I get it wrong, I'll drown in updates and call it work. My mind will feel thin, my chest will sink, and even wins won't feel like wins. Get it right, and the hour grows heavy in the best way. Fewer lines, deeper lines, a mind that reflects truth like a still lake instead of distorting it like a stirred pond. So here is the what, plain, exact, and ready to run today without a new app or a new life. I start each focused block with the door test. I ask, strong or drain? And I let the body answer. If the thought makes me stand taller, strong, I keep it. If it makes me shrink, drain, I swap it for a strong twin that carries the same aim without the leak. What if I fail? Becomes finish one. I don't feel like it, becomes mood, follows action. I must check numbers now, becomes numbers at 4 p.m. I post those twins where my eyes land screen corner, notebook top, sticky near the kettle, so the choice is extra easy when I am tired. Next, I guard the first 30 minutes of the morning and the first 10 of any deep block. No feeds, no dashboards, no inbox. Craft first, crowd later. I promise the crowd a window at 11 to 30 or at 4 p.m. So my mind relaxes and stops scratching at the door. The promise is important because a mind without a promise will nag. With a promise, it settles and works. Then, when a noisy thought knocks mid-hour, I don't argue with it. I park it on a tiny later list and return to the task. Every return is a rep. Every rep makes future returns easier. Now the how, why what, how inside the move so it holds under pressure and travel. Why? If I don't select inputs, select me. The loudest thing wins, not the truest. By noon, I'll be tired without work to show, and by night, I'll doubt my path. Selection fixes that, because it turns attention into a tool, not a field others graze. Free moves, door test at the start of the block, strong twins to replace leaks, guarded windows for crowd and numbers. How? Do it with me now. Stand or sit tall, feet down, chest up, jaw soft, whisper the task you're on, and ask, strong or drain? Notice your chest. Did it lift or cave? If it lifted, keep the line and speak it once clean. Finish one. If it caved, swap it. Mood follows action. Write your crowd window on the page, messages at 11:30, numbers at 4. Now begin 1 honest minute. Then pause 2 beats. Breathe 4 in divided by 6 out and begin another minute. If a knock hits you, check quickly. Park it on a small later list and return. The return is not a failure. The return is the muscle you're building. I keep one small ritual to signal selection. I touch the edge of my desk or notebook and say, here. It's a bell only I can hear. It tells the mind the door is guarded. A tiny story you can wear by noon. I had a report to finish and a dashboard that liked to shout. Every 10 minutes, I felt the drag to just peak, so I set a window, 4 p.m., wrote it in the corner, and ran the door test. The thought, check now, made me smaller, so I swapped it for craft first, crowd later. I stacked 3 honest blocks, and by the second block, the urge had lost its teeth. At 4 p.m., I opened the numbers with a steady chest, saw what mattered in 5 minutes, closed it, and went home lighter than usual. Nothing fancy, just doors kept. Another day, the drain wore a noble mask. Perfect, this paragraph, so I swapped it for finish one, and the chapter moved. I polished later with better eyes. Objections? But my job needs fast replies. Good. Give replies a named window each hour, 50 to 55, and keep the rest for craft. I can't tell what's wrong. Your body can. Stand tall and ask again. I forget to guard the morning. Put your phone out of reach and place your first tool in reach: book, brush, code, pen, so your hand meets craft before crowd. Let me throw in one pattern break that helps when my head gets slick. I speak the twin out loud and let it end on a verb. Begin with the outline, finish the scene, review at 4. Words that end strong carry me across the room. Words that trail die at the door. And one image to keep you honest. The baker at dawn doesn't frost air. They mix, knead, wait, and bake. Frost comes later because bread comes first. Your hour is the dough, not the display. If I kept the gate for 30 minutes, then I earn 5 minutes of open window without guilt. Paradoxically, the crowd gets better attention when craft goes first. Would you keep watching now? Yes, because you can feel the weight of a guarded hour, and you know this will hold if you bind it to a rhythm. You have the 5, calm the body, hold one word, break the picture, move in 5 seconds, and keep the strong. I'll bind them into a simple 7-day run, so the change survives busy weeks and heavy weather. We seal it next. I brought you from wind to lamb, from word to fact, from first inch to guarded door, and now I bind it so it lives past today, because change that doesn't survive a busy week is only a mood. Listen close and hear the rhythm I keep when life is loud. Each morning I sit tall, feet down, chest up, jaw soft. I take 2 turns, 4 in divided by 6 out. I say here, and feel the shoulders drop. Then I ride one word on the exhale for a minute. Peace if I'm restless, courage if I'm shy, truth if I'm foggy next. I lift the lamp and ask, what's real in the room right now? I speak one line, my task is, and I touch it for 30 clean seconds, no judgment, just contact. Then I don't wait for a mood. I count 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and I take the first inch. And when the hour begins to fill, I stand at the door and ask, strong or drain? I keep the strong. I swap the drain for a strong twin. Finish one. Mood follows action. Numbers at 4. I give the crowd a window and I return. That's the wheel. When I turn it, the day obeys. When I forget it, the day owns me. So hear the line. We'll carry out the door and let it live in your chest. I point, I hold, I act. Say it with me once, low and sure. I point, I hold, I act. Good. Here's the 7-day run that makes this yours. Daybreak 2 turns 4/6. 1 minute on your word, 30 seconds touch the real, then the first inch in 5 seconds. Midday 1 breath, 1 door test, swap 1 drain for 1 strong twin, 1 honest minute. Night, write 1 line. Win, fix, release, and mark 1 dot on a card. 7 dots make a new road under your feet. If you stumble, you don't argue, you return. If you forget, you don't scold, you begin now. Strength is a promise kept today, not a story about tomorrow. And if you want an edge that steadies you in the first 10 seconds of any hard task, speech, call, exam, set, there's a tiny turn in the exhale. Almost everyone misses that locks the voice and the mind at once. Curious what that turn is and how to use it in 2 minutes flat? Then come with me to the next step. Watch next, the 2-minute focus control on command. We'll stand together, set posture, place breath, add that small turn, and you'll feel the switch flip as you speak your first line. Start tonight. Your mind is your servant, and you now hold the reins.